So, hello, Meera. Nice to meet you. Nice to be here together with you. So, we plan on doing a coaching session, CTA coaching session. To all our listeners out there, today's session will be very similar to the sessions I usually do as a Flow Republic coach. Meera is a good friend of mine. You have been on the journey to CTA for how long, Meera?
2+ years for minimum. It was not a continuous journey. I think I am continuously preparing for the past 8 to 9 months now.
Wow, this is pretty long, pretty intensive. So what's your background, Meera? Developer or admin? Is the big question.
Developer. So I started my career as a Salesforce developer back in 2008.
Long time.
Yeah.
This is, people never get the developer out of them fully. So I will have a few questions before we start, Meera.
Sure.
What is your favorite scenario?
So currently I'm working on food truck RS. So the recent one is always the fresh one, right? So that's why.
Do you have one of the famous ones like universal safety, a laptop to schools, one of these in mind?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Chris?
Universal global adventure tours.
Nice. Yeah, let's do global adventures tours as an example. Nice. It's a good one as well. Have you done Megaprint?
Yes.
It's an amazing scenario, isn't it?
So basically, yes, it's an amazing. I took more time than expected to finish that scenario. And yeah, it was not easy.
Not easy. Okay, hey, then let's stick with Megaprint because it's not easy. Let's do Megaprint for today. Good.
Oh,
usually,
okay.
Background to the students, usually students prepare a scenario when they are part of Flow Republic. We do it a little bit different today with Meera. But other than that, Meera,
okay.
How do you?
Okay, one thing, Johann, just one thing only. The Megaprint, I think I have done it at least 3 or 4 months back. So I'm not sure if I fully remember what I have done for that scenario.
It's not that important. We will use it as a
reference.
We will take this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, nice. How do you feel about your journey to CTA, Meera?
I'm excited. I think I'm equally tensed, but it's great.
Nice. Okay, so excited and tense. Okay, our goal, my personal goal is when you go for the board, you should be bored. You should be that well prepared, bored, but tense and excited, but also kind of like, yeah, yet another scenario. I've got this. But tense because it's still the CTA review board. But you know what I mean?
Yes. On
the line. We want to make you today, we want to make you a little bit more relaxed. This is my goal for today. Because you're excited and tensed enough, I would assume. Good. So I have a few questions. When do you go for the board?
June 28.
Wow, this is in?
So in 27 days, it's my board.
Oh, this is nice. This is pretty close, pretty close. Background to people listening. Usually I don't do sessions that close to the board anymore because already I gave you my first homework, Meera. You will get a few homeworks today. Please do them. First homework is don't study. Relax. You are that close before the board. You have to start to relax and take all your energy in. Sure, 1 or 2 more weeks of high intensity, but then gradually slow down so you don't do anything 3-4 days before the board.
Okay, got you.
Got you. So set up a project plan. When exactly will you stop studying? When exactly will you relax? Maybe take a few days off before you go for the board. You take your kids, have some fun.
Sure, yeah.
Is that possible?
I hope I can do that. Yes.
You have to. No studying 3-4 days before the board. Absolutely nothing.
Sure. Yeah.
Second homework. This is a tough one. Can you do a topic freeze already? No more new topics. Can you do that?
Not at this moment. Still, I have got some topics to learn.
There is always topics to learn. On my CTA to learn list is hundreds and hundreds of topics. It's never over. At some point, you have to stop, like a lot in our projects. You know, like in the projects, we do feature freeze at some point or code freeze. I would recommend now 27 days before the board, do feature freeze, also like code freeze, and say from now on only bug fixing.
Got you. Yes.
No more new topics. New topics once you're a CTA. Then you can go back and learn all the new topics.
Got it. Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes.
So, no more new topics, please, because you have to learn them anyway so deeply that it's not enough time to be good at it. Rather polish.
Yeah.
Good.
Sure.
So, how many mock exams did you do so far?
I think more than 50, but less than 20, I guess.
More than
15. 15.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Good. How much did you altogether judging, presenting, solutioning?
Total how many?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Starting from before 602, yeah, it should be greater than 20, 25, around that.
Yeah, I thought so. So back to the listeners, usually people do like 25 to 50 mocks, something like that. Good. How much time does it take you to solve a scenario?
So it is Salesforce scenarios like this universal safety, global adventure tools. I think I'm able to finish in 3 hours time. That's what I think. Yeah.
Nice. This is good. This is good. Okay, good. You cited a lot. So now we get into it. So I needed a little bit background. There's one more. What's your weakest area?
So governance, I'm still yet to stabilize on governance side. And not with respect to topic, but I guess in my presentation, right? I think I still need to learn the storytelling side of that. That is how to present actually. Still, that is where I am still getting feedback. And sometimes when I'm trying to fix one area, the other area might be going. Especially when I'm presenting, it might be there in my mind, but when I am explaining, I'm missing. Because in one presentation, I got a feedback like, you are sometimes missing the why part. When I try to fix why part, then the next feedback in the next session that I got is like, you are sometimes missing how part. How? So
good point. I have a solution for you, a simple one.
Okay.
I like simple solutions.
Okay.
So you don't have to do the why and the how in the same sentence. You can separate them out. Can you start sharing? I allow you sharing. Can you start sharing the Megaprint scenario? I will show you what I mean.
Okay, yeah, sure. Give me just 1 second. I think I need to.
So what my recommendation is, while you prepared it, I walked you through is, the storytelling is, when you always have sections handover, like from section to section, you add some storytelling there where you don't explain any technical, just you explain the business process on a high level. That finishes our sales, our customer onboarding process. Now I want to go over to our customer fulfillment process where we print our venue, where we print the banners. These small sentences already add a lot of context.
Okay.
And then you do a requirement after requirement. So let's go down to one of the section, to one of the headlines. Every time you get a headline. Okay, let's say venue onboarding. You still remember what venue onboarding encompasses. You can explain it to me in 1 or 2 sentences, probably.
I still need to check in because my memory is always very bad. Unless I go and take a look at this, like I will forget things that I have even read last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But nevertheless, okay. Check quick.
So if I remember this correctly, venue onboarding will onboard specific venue as part of Megaprint so that they help external people to conduct events by collaborating with Megaprint.
Exactly. They are our partners.
They are.
And now B2B2B. So first step, I would recommend now open on the left side the outline. Can you do that? Do you see the points?
It's missing actually. Yeah.
Oh, can you click on the plus maybe? Maybe it shows when you click on the plus. Oh no. Okay, it's missing. Now,
formatting issue. Yes.
Okay. Nevertheless, so how would you introduce the first section, Meera, in 1 sentence?
Sorry, Johann, what's the question? How would you?
What's your introduction to the first thing to the first section? You know, you started presenting and now you are here at venue onboarding. How do you introduce that section?
Okay, so I would like to cover the venue onboarding section requirements. Probably something like this.
First, you start by what happened before. We now finished, and you say what we finished. We finished.
Okay, so we have gone through the object model and system landscape. Now I would like to move to the business scenario detailing.
Mm-hmm. I use these headlines. You use the headlines of this scenario. In this one, was general pain points. Okay, it's called general pain. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so we have gone through the general pain points of Megaprint scenario. Now I would like to move to the business requirements, which is getting started with venue onboarding.
Nice. Then you explain in one sentence, what does venue onboarding do? What is the start point? What is the outcome of venue onboarding? And who is involved? Super high level, one sentence.
So as part of venue onboarding process, Megaprint partner sales representatives would like to onboard new partners as their venues.
Nice. That's it.
Okay, okay.
How does it feel to explain it like that?
Yeah, it's easy. I have never thought about like giving a short intro like this, but yeah, this is good.
What do you think it helps, a short intro like that?
So I'm setting my stage, like what I am trying to explain, so that they know like what I am planning to or what I'm trying to explain.
Absolutely. So there's a few things as a judge. You have been judging yourself. What is the toughest part about being a judge, Meera? I'm not a CTA judge, by the way, really important. I'm not a judge. I'm not just, but what is the hardest part for you when you judge somebody else?
Sometimes I lost track of what they are explaining. Sometimes I'm not able to fully connect.
Absolutely. When you do this section overview, you give them a few seconds again you're here. Mm-hmm. It also shows them you understood the business process.
Mm. Yeah, got it.
Can you try it again, the whole sentence?
Sure.
The hand.
So we have just finished going through the pain points of Megaprint scenario. In the next section, I would like to walk you through venue onboarding and let us see how partner representatives are going to onboard new partners.
Nice. A small thing. I know my English is not perfect, but Americans use shorter sentences, as far as I know. We non-natives tend to use too long sentences. So it's easier to just say, now we finished the section general points. Then the next session is venue onboarding. In venue onboarding, we onboard new venues as our partners for banner printing.
So split up the sentences as small. No, I think you are right on the point, Johann. That is another common feedback I am getting while I am presenting. Not only just presenting, while I am answering the questions, people used to tell that my answers are lengthier. So I think you gave me the same feedback.
No. Okay, then let's practice it. We will use that example now just for the next 15-20 minutes practicing. Okay, one more time.
Okay, sure. So I have just finished going through the pain points of Megaprint scenario.
So sorry, we are going to be CTA. You're going to be CTA, so you have to be very specific. The section was called general pain points, not pain points.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, but this is CTA review board.
Yeah.
Make sure that everything has to be on point.
Sure. Yeah.
Good. Before we go further, can you go down again to venue onboarding to the headline? But before we go further, okay, let's first do a little exercise.
Okay. Like
yes.
This?
Yeah, like this. And
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Then sit upright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shoulders back. We breathe in 5 times. Good. Slight smile.
Yeah.
Strong core, strong there, because Meera, you're going to be managing $5 to $10 million projects soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
People trust you. Now, let me know one more time, section overview from general pain points to venue onboarding.
So I just finished explaining general pain points of Megaprint. In the next session, I will be walking you through venue onboarding. In this, Megaprint partner sales representatives are going to onboard new venue partners.
Nice. And I would say there, almost every time you use the word "and," you personally, you can replace it by a stop. You stitch together English sentences via "and," while they actually could be two sentences.
Mm.
Just say, and the next section is venue onboarding. Say after me, the next section is venue onboarding.
Okay.
Just say, finish general pain points. The next section is venue onboarding. This sentence you just will use every single time you see a headline. Every single time.
Okay, got it.
Don't be smart. Don't be creative. Just always say, we finished, we will do. We finished, we will do. Like a template.
Got it.
Think like HTML.
Okay.
Good. Let's try it.
Okay. We just finished the general pain points of Megaprint. The next session is venue onboarding. In this, we will see.
Stop. Just say general pain points, venue onboarding. Nothing else. Keep it simple.
Okay.
For now. We will extend it.
Sure.
One more time.
Sure. We just finished seeing Megaprint general pain points. The next session is venue onboarding.
Nice. Because even if you're completely tired, you completely lost control, you have no idea, you can always do that sentence. This is your fallback sentence.
Got it. Yeah.
It's an easy to follow sentence, easy to explain. 2 more times.
Sure. We just finished general pain points of Megaprint. The next session is venue onboarding.
Good. 2 more times.
We finished general pain points of Megaprint. The next session is venue onboarding.
And 1 more time.
We just finished Megaprint. Sorry, let me repeat. We just finished Megaprint general pain points. The next section is venue onboarding.
Nice. How does it feel to make it that short?
It's easy and meaningful.
And now you add the second sentence. What is the starting point of venue and what's the outcome of venue onboarding? Now add that sentence. So no, only that sentence. What's the outcome of the venue onboarding sentence? A section.
New partners are getting onboarded.
Who exactly? Don't call them partners. We are not generic. Who are they?
So the Megaprint partner sales representatives handles it.
Now, who is actually onboarded? How are they called? You always use the wording of the scenario. Always use customers wording.
Customers.
No, they are not customers. In this case, they're venues. New venues are onboarded as partners.
Okay. Yeah. So, new venues are getting onboarded as part of venue onboarding process.
And then what do they become? They become partners.
Yes. So
who and what's the outcome?
New venues are going to get onboarded as part of venue onboarding, and they'll be becoming the partner.
Nice. Who's partners?
Megaprint partner.
Oh, Megaprint partner. Nice. And now make it one sentence.
New venues are going to be onboarded as Megaprint partners as part of venue onboarding.
Nice. How does the sentence feel?
Yeah, better.
What is the content of that sentence? What's the structure?
Yeah, so basically we are telling like what is the final outcome of this process.
And that's already it. Now say again the sentence 2 more times to make it stick.
Sure. We are going to onboard new venues as Megaprint partners as part of venue onboarding. We are going to onboard, We are going to onboard new venues as Megaprint partners as part of venue onboarding.
Nice. And one more time.
Yeah. We are going to onboard new venues as Megaprint partners as part of venue onboarding.
Nice. I have to say, Meera, I really like doing that exercise with you.
I'm also liking this. This is really helping me.
It is also one of the first, not the first time, but one of the first times I do it in that detail with people. Is it that storytelling is almost nothing more than what we just do? Like, it's not magic storytelling. It's just what happens when.
What happens, correct.
Yeah. Johann fell down with the bike. Storytelling. I felt really bad, not badly, funnily yesterday. Anyways, let's go back. Venue onboarding. So you do the first sentence again. So the introduction sentence, Meera?
Sure. We just finished seeing Megaprint general pain points. In the next section, we are going to see venue onboarding.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop, because we do, we give the judge time to catch up with us.
Okay, got it.
We are cool architects. $10 million project, no problem for us. We've done 5 of them yesterday. Then, Meera, help me. You're not a cool architect, and you can't do it in your own style, but you know what I mean? So one more time, the first sentence.
We just finished. Sorry, let me repeat. We just finished saying general pain points of Megaprint. The next section is venue onboarding.
Nice. And now I'm curious, what is venue onboarding? Let me know.
New venues are going to get onboarded as Megaprint partners as part of venue onboarding.
Yes. And that's it. If you add that sentence to every single time you see a headline, you already got some storytelling.
Yes.
What does it add if you do these small sentences in between? What does it add, Meera, to the overall presentation?
So it's basically adding a proper structure to your presentation.
You do so many presentations on a day-to-day job. You do it every single time. I saw many presentations of you.
Yes. Yeah. That's again a prepared presentation. So I know what I'm going to present is well structured. This one
is the same. We have the headlines.
Yes. Yeah.
All you have to do is every time a headline shows up, you don't even know what's all you say. We just finished. We're going to do. And this section happens the following. Let's try the next headline.
Okay.
Just scroll down the next headline. By the way, I give you a new homework.
Sure.
Practice headline sentences. What we just did. You do it for many scenarios. You don't solve the scenario. You just take always the headlines.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, let me quickly scan through this. I think this is
I try honestly.
Sure.
Meera, you have been doing Salesforce projects for the last 15 years.
Yes.
You should be able to make up an introduction sentence for event sales. You have probably built that like 15 times in a row.
So, okay. We just finished new venue onboarding process. The next section is event sales.
Perfect. Let me know. I'm curious. What happens in event sales?
So let me quickly scan through because I don't even. So Okay, let me just confirm this, Johann, but I think this is actually the sale of a particular venue to external customer, right?
No, the banner. We sell banners. What do we do? What Megaprint sells banners, not the venue.
It has banners, correct. Okay, so this is a banner sale process.
Good point. Meera, before you start doing a scenario, ask yourself a simple question. How does this company make money? How does Megaprint make money?
So basically, they are printing and delivering banners for customers who are conducting events.
Where are they conducting events? This is the speciality of them. At venues.
At venues.
Nice. How do they get, so first question is, how do they make money? Second is, where do they get customers from?
So they, the existing venues can refer customers, or
nice.
Customers can directly register, I think.
Nice. And third one is, how do we produce and deliver the product? Third question.
Through their site.
Okay. Good. And once you have these three questions answered, you understand the company way better. Another homework I would like to give you is read through all the official Salesforce scenarios one more time and just ask yourself, what is this company actually doing? Not technical, just from a business point of view.
Good.
So you're really always solid, because if you don't understand the business process, also the business behind, it's impossible to solution. Have you had the issue when you have a scenario, happened a few times to me, and you didn't really understand what's the business?
Sometimes, yes.
And what happens then with your data model?
Not just with the data model, but overall the presentation is getting affected because I am not able to connect it end to end.
Exactly. My data model then always becomes like really fun. I have to admit, Megaprint, when I was first solving it the first time, I was really confused. What do they actually do? And only once I understood how the business process runs, I could design the data model. And it's not that complex of a data model once you understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens in event sales? What's the outcome?
So Megaprint is selling their banners to customers.
Nice. And what's the outcome of the event sales process?
New business for Megaprint.
Yeah. And okay, nice. And the customer signed a contract or something like that. What's the last requirement?
Yeah, let me.
So usually a good hint to check the last requirement.
So talking about repeated customers.
Yeah, then one up maybe.
Yeah, the banner selection process actually.
Okay, so we have almost like we sell a specific set of banners. That's the outcome. We agreed on
specific banners.
Okay.
For their event.
Yeah. Don't be too generic when you do these sections. Add company specific details, so they feel understood.
Okay.
You do the same with your customers, don't you, Meera?
Yes. Yeah.
You use their language, you use their processes.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Do the same. Okay, let's try again. The second sentence, please.
Okay. So in the event sales process, Megaprint is going to sell specific banners to customers so that they can set up their event.
Nice. Now let's do the handover end to end.
Sure. We just finished partner onboarding. Yeah.
So be specific.
Yeah. We just finished venue onboarding process. In the next section, we are going to see event sales. In this process, they are going to sell specific banners to customers so that they can set up their events.
Nice. One more time.
Sure. We just finished venue onboarding process. Next section is event sales. In this event sales process, Megaprint is going to sell specific banners to customers so that they can set up their events.
Nice. One more time.
Sure. We just finished venue onboarding process. Next section is event sales. Through event sales, Megaprint is going to sell specific banners to customers so that they can set up their event.
Nice. And one more time.
Sure. We just finished venue onboarding process. Next section is event sales. Through event sales, Megaprint is going to sell specific banners to customers so that they can set up their event.
Nice. Okay. Good. Meera, I will pause the recording for 3 minutes. Let's do a quick break so we all can refresh a little bit. And afterwards, we continue with a second coaching session, which is called the chaos method. I will introduce it to you. I'm looking forward to your feedback. By the way, first, wrap up. How do you feel now after half an hour?
It's great, Johann. Like I was looking for something like this actually, where I can get a proper structured way of like how I need to present.
Okay, nice. I'm glad you like it. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. I'm not, I trust you know all the technical knowledge. There's nothing I can add you. You should teach me about all the technical knowledge. I see your presentations and no, my head is spinning. Every time you present, my head is spinning. I'm like, woo.
No, Johann, it's not like that. Maybe like I know what I have done, but there are so many other things. I always appreciate your knowledge, Johann. It's not like that.
No. Okay, but let's do a couple of minutes break. So what do you do in the break before we go? Do you already know what you do in your review board break, Meera? Do you have a plan for the break?
So I think I have just 5 minutes of break during the solutioning time. So I think it's just a bio break period, nothing else I will get.
Have a plan. Everything has to be prepared. You have not a lot of time. I think it's maybe a little bit more. Don't know what the current section is. Have a plan, like have water prepared, have food prepared, know exactly what step to do. You don't want to think about it. Everything, every minute has to be prepared for the review board. Nothing has to be surprising.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. See you in 3 minutes. Good. Meera, thanks for the great first half. Now let's do a quick exercise, last 15 minutes. It's almost a chaos method. So important for all the listeners out there, what I will show in the next 15 minutes is a very advanced technique. This does not work for beginners, absolutely not. But this can work for people like Meera who are really close to the board, who have all the technical knowledge. So you need 2 things to pass the review board. You need a lot of things, but 2 are important. You have to be fast and you have to be correct. And they are kind of conflicting. Because if you are fast, you make sloppy mistakes. At least I do. Do you do as well, Meera?
Always.
Always. Yeah. Missing relationships, missing objects, missing systems, or sometimes missing complete requirements. And did it happen to you?
Yes. Even during my review, like 602.
You know, just skip it. Okay. This can't happen. Why again can't this happen, Meera? There is nobody above you in the project. Not nobody, but you know what I mean. If a coder does bad code, there's QA and code review. If you do bad architecture, it's likely that nobody will notice. You have to be careful. You have to be diligent. And review board, no mistakes. No. So, but fast. So I developed a method which is called the chaos method. Again, it works only for advanced people. I'm a little bit nervous. I did not prepare that. So this is an absolute new requirement. So no headline, no nothing. We know nothing. We just know it from it's Megaprint. So what I do first, I read through it. The partner sales representative will assign a new venue to a primary location based on distance between the venue and print location. The partner sales representative should have a, hang on a second. Something is off here. Let's just change the formatting. Why is it not changing? It doesn't matter. Have a visual that is in this. What happened to? Something happened. Okay, let me just pause sharing. Copy paste it one more. something happened here with the copy pasting. You see, it was really not practiced. Okay, here I am again. So the partner sales representative should have a visual that aids in the selection of the default print location when onboarding a new venue. Good. So, this is funny. When I do this, then it messes it up completely. So what I do now, first step, I split it up. Why? It's actually kind of, I don't split it up. So first I ask myself, where am I? Am I in that system, Salesforce, Navision, ERP, whatever? So system, how many systems do we have in here, Meera?
So this requirement talks about Salesforce.
Nice. So we have Salesforce. Okay. We don't have to check this, but as soon as there's any Salesforce system involved, which is not Salesforce, I go immediately to my PowerPoint every single time and check if it's in my system landscape. Every time. Never think, oh, I already have that. Because Meera, how often did it happen to you that you thought you already have it and you forgot it?
Yeah, a couple of times, yes.
Never. So every single time a system shows up, go back to Salesforce. Good. Then next, we asked ourselves actors. So we have partner sales representative. Then what other actors do we have? That's it, partner sales representative. Yes. Okay, what do we do now? You know the drill? We go to the presentation, go to the actors and licenses slide and check if we have partner sales representatives already there.
Okay, yes. Every
single time, never skip it.
Yeah.
Because how often did it happen that you missed an actor?
Yeah, sometimes, yes.
Happened quite a few times, especially with the new format. Good. Then, we do the exercise of the nouns. So now we collect all the nouns. Because a new venue. So I will not highlight them, all of them now, but venue.
Print location.
Let's do, we do one after another. Venue sounds like, now the gut feeling comes in place. Venue sounds like location or account or custom object, as a standard object or custom object.
It looks like account. Yeah.
Looks like account. Okay, we can have opinions here. I personally like more and more my location object or my custom location object instead of account, but fair enough. So what do we do now? You know the drill? Meera, we go to the data model and we check if we have account already there and if we already have the record type venue.
Yes.
Immediately. Don't even think about it. Every single time. Because what happens if you don't do it every time?
You can miss.
And it happens. So then print location. So what do you think it is? Standard or custom object?
Custom object.
Good. Custom CO. Okay. What do we do now?
So go and check if print location custom object exists in my data model.
Nice. And we already know they have to be related. Venue and print location because we have a sign here. So what do we add?
A verb.
Yeah, and we add between the two in the data model, we add a line.
Yes, relationship.
And we add the line right away. We know one print location can have multiple venues. We know that already. Because this is what the sentence says. We know that. There's no other solution in solving that requirement.
Okay, yeah.
So we can add the line. The lookup from venue to, from print, from
account, venue.
From venue to print location. Exactly. And lookup or master detail?
Lookup relation.
Perfect. Why?
Because both can exist independently.
Nice. Good. So we solved that already perfectly without knowing even the scenario. And this should be correct. Of course, it can change later, you know, in context, but right now it's probably correct.
Right.
Next one. Good. So done. We have this one done. Perfect. Great. We can almost like done. We're happy. So let's continue. Distance between the venue. We do it then distance. Do we need an option? No, it's distance. What do we do with that? Nothing. This is just look based on distance. There is nothing we have to do. Yeah, distance. So what? Another name. What is distance actually? Distance is between two addresses.
Yes.
What are addresses? Standard object, custom object, or field?
It is basically distance between two location, two addresses, which can be geolocation.
Nice. Field. Custom field. On,
Custom field.
Where's the custom field? On print location and venue.
Correct.
What else could you have done? And venue. You could have had a location object which are related to the print location and the account instead of the custom field. But we do custom field here. Perfectly fine. So we know, nice. So the next noun, then venue, print location, we already fixed. Nice. Partner, sales representative, we already done. Should have a visual. Should have a visual that aids. What does that mean for us? Visual that aids every single time.
It should be a screen where they will be able to visualize the distance between two locations.
Nice. Nice. What does screen mean? Which options do we have? 3 of them.
We have a custom screen, custom flow-based screen. We can have a lightning component-based screen.
Yes, and?
Then we can have some screen which help in showing the distance. It can be an external screen from some system.
Always the same. Flow, lightning web component, external. Nice. So which one do you choose?
I choose lightning.
Always say lightning web controller with Apex. Lightning web component with Apex controller. Always say it. Never just say.
Okay. Lightning web component with Apex.
Nice. Okay. Why?
Because of the user interaction will be better, user experience will be better, and the performance will be better.
I honestly want to say you're correct. Your option is correct. I personally would go with the flow, which has a table which just sorts by. But you know what? Visual that aids. It could be a map. Google Map. Perfectly fine. So we have a visual. Visual. We do map.
Map, or like you mentioned, it can be just a list with distance.
Yeah, but you have to make a decision now. Make it quick. Say you'll.
Map. Visual.
Map. Nice. Good. Then in the selection is, what is selection?
Selection of
the
default
print location.
Yes, default print location.
So what is it? Is it a custom object, standard object, or field?
It's going to be a field, default print location on the venue.
Nice. What type of field?
It's a lookup field.
Nice. Lookup field. A lookup field on print location. To? Where to?
It's a field on venue to print location.
On
right?
Lookup field on venue, correct, to venue to print, correct.
Print.
Nice. And now we are done. Without having any idea of the context of the scenario, absolutely nothing, we can come up with a very, very likely correct solution.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks so simple now.
It is so simple.
Yeah.
Of course, what happens if you later get another requirement which interferes with that solution? What do you do?
So an additional requirement on top of this.
Yeah, or something that makes their solution here not workable. Let's say later we learn that we have an external system which does the distance calculation. What do you just go back and change it?
Yeah, I come back and review this again. Then,
but no, usually you just take this requirement and solve it as it is. Don't overthink it. Just take it as it is.
Okay. Okay.
Imagine you get a ticket at work. Imagine you get a user story.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the CTA is just a few hundred user stories. So, Meera, what did we do here?
So I just solved for this requirement.
And how exactly did you do it? What are the steps?
So I identify the system involved, then identify the part actors involved. Then I need to figure out all the nouns. And what exactly I need to do. That is the verb, or probably verb part of this.
It's the verb. Exactly. The verb tells me what to do. One last thing. Once I have done all the objects in a data model, I check one more time if the license I chose for partner sales representative supports the objects I just used. I do that every single requirement.
Okay. Yeah.
Every single time. Because, that's it.
Nice.
This is CTA.
You are giving us a feel that it is very simple.
No, it's not simple. This only works once you have like thousands of hours of study time.
Yeah.
Is it, Meera? This doesn't work if you don't have all the knowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you feel now after an hour?
I feel confident actually, seeing how you are approaching. And at least I got I got a structure how we need to present. So it's really great.
I want to add one more homework for you. So you have the first homework is make a project plan, how you go forward for the next couple of weeks. Like literally, plan for breaks. The second is practice these section handovers. Don't call it storytelling. Storytelling is such a big word. It's just, you do it anyway, section handover. You know how to do it.
Correct.
And the third one is you take Salesforce scenarios, random ones, and take here a requirement, there a requirement, there a requirement, and solve requirements all over the place, just completely randomly without knowing the context. Because I think sometimes the context makes us confused.
Yes.
Do you have an example where the context confuses you?
You mean the actual scenarios or in the real world?
Both.
Yeah, in real world, there will be many times because most of the time when we are getting a requirement from the customer, it will be completely vague and you need to spend some time to understand and dig out details from the customer to understand what it is exactly. Okay.
And when we get the CTA scenario, we are so nervous, we think it must be a so complicated requirement and a so complicated solution that our brain is all over the place instead of just solving.
No, I have that always, Johann. Like whenever I start reading a scenario, I feel I'm not able to follow this when I'm reading through first time. And I feel like I cannot solve this. But the next iteration, it's better.
Ah, nice. This is a good one. So, and this is the last homework. You read a scenario, all of them again, end to end, but the only question you answer yourself is, how does this company make money? Okay. Where do the leads coming from? How does the sales work? How does the fulfillment work? Where's the service done?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Keep it simple. Keep it, keep it clean. Nice. Okay. Any last words to our people on YouTube, Meera?
No, nothing special, Johann. I just enjoyed this section. Yeah.
Thanks. Okay. I'm pretty sure you're going to be CTA in no time. Fingers crossed. And now I stop the recording.